Lights, camera, Anna, you're on.
Hi Anna, how are you doing? Do you want to build a snowman? Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Olga is here. For those of you who haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please hit the bell as well to get the latest notifications about the videos I post out there for you guys. And in today's video, I'm really excited. I have stumbled upon a new brand of makeup. I'm sure there's lots of new brands of makeup that I haven't reviewed on this channel, obviously. It's not like I have reviewed every single brand, but this is really exciting because I actually have not heard about this brand before. Maybe you guys know about this brand, heard from other YouTubers, of course, no doubt. But for me, this is truly a new, exciting stuff, and I have stumbled upon this stuff in Sally's. This is called COL-LAB. At first, when I was looking at the name, I thought it was COL-LAB, like California Lab, and I'm like, how cool is that? But it's COL-LAB, and it's like from the word collaboration. This is people collabing together, and this is their brand. I am really excited to try these pieces. I haven't picked up all of the pieces because, of course, this is the brand with eyeshadow palettes, with brushes, with blush, with highlighter, with concealer, everything, you name it. It's all available at Sally's. I actually found this while I was browsing Sally's. Me and my mom go there for hair color for my mom, and while she was choosing her hair color, I was like, let me take a look at the makeup, because I do get Ardell lashes at Sally's, and I was like, hey, these are new items. Now, the interesting thing is that they, of course, have foundation. I picked it up because I wanted to review this foundation, and I'm going to first talk about the foundation. I don't have anything on my face right now because we are going to be playing with makeup. I have also picked up the primer. If I remember correctly, there are 3 primers that you can choose from. This one is actually hydrating primer. Oh, by the way, the products that I have picked up, majority of them are made in the United States. This highlighting quad right here, it's actually made in Taiwan. But the foundation, this unfortunately only does come in 10 shades, but I can somewhat understand this. This is a new brand, and maybe that's all they could come out with. Although when Rihanna came out with 40 shades of foundation right away, that does tell us something, right? So it is possible to do. But let's talk about the specs first. As per usual, I'm going to divide the screen into 2 halves. Right here, I'm going to have all of the specs. So this foundation retails for $14.99. It contains 30 milliliters of product, 1 fluid ounce, so this is pretty standard. The shelf life is, I believe it's 18 months. It's a little bit hard to read. If I made a mistake, I'm going to attach the information in the description bar down below so you can check it for yourself. This product is made in the United States. Right here on the back, this little leaflet peels off, so you can actually see more information, ingredients about this product. I am in the shade Sand 03, and I honestly don't know if I had picked it up properly because I didn't have any of my own foundations with me in a purse. I didn't have any references. I was inside of the store. The lighting in the store, it does kind of make you sometimes you choose wrong because of the lighting. I have talked about that in my previous videos. But what I do is pretty much I just kind of put the foundation against my wrist and I hope it matches. This feels actually really heavy and luxurious. This is a glass, or at least it feels like a kind of like a smoky glass type of composite. What I really like is that you can really easily tell that this has not been tempered with, unlike in lots of situations when I'm shopping for makeup at the drugstore or in a place like Sally's where things are available and people do rummage through them, sometimes you're not too sure whether or not the product had been tampered with. And because I don't see well, I get really paranoid because I am a germaphobe and I don't want to get like a used lipstick or something accidentally. With this stuff, the way they have packaged the foundation, it's actually really easy to tell. As you can see, this seal right here has not been broken, and so I am gonna be of course, breaking off the seal or taking it off so I will know it's me. And oh, it's actually kind of hard. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it doesn't twist off. And so the foundation comes in a pump. I'm going to shake the foundation. I mean, I don't know, I think you're supposed to. Like, it's a suspension, right? So it's best to shake the product, especially if it's been sitting on a shelf. And of course, the primer. Here I have the primer. Now, this is the hydrating primer, and it retails for $12.99. Again, I have not tried this product, and this does come sealed, as you can see. I'm going to take the seal off, and then I'm going to... It doesn't really have any smell to it, so I'm going to kind of work this into my face. It actually smells, it kind of has like that refreshing feeling to it. I can't explain it, but it really does remind me of my Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra. Not to say that that is not a primer, but I use it as primer basically with any of my foundations, and it really works. This kind of reminds me of that. It's not as sticky, but because they did have two other primers as well, but because I always feel like I like to use full coverage matte foundations, and sometimes matte foundations can feel drying. Like Rihanna's foundation doesn't really work for me that great. I do use it every once in a while, but it does feel like it dries really quickly. And so a lot of times with those types of foundations, I don't want my face to start feeling like it's pretty dry. So I'm gonna start pumping this foundation onto my wrist. Ooh, 5,000 years later. Come on, really tight pump, you guys. I'm not sure if it's because it's new, what's going on with it. So let's see how it smells. Okay, so I kind of smeared it all over my wrist. I just want to see if it even matches me. So I mean, for picking this at the store without like proper lighting or knowing anything about this foundation, I think I've done really good. So I'm just gonna kind of put it right here. So I am trying not to put it into my hair today. I have no forehead. So I'm just going to apply this foundation all over and see how good of a coverage this is. It kind of feels like it settles into the skin really, like it sets really quickly. I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing. The foundation doesn't have any smell, which is actually what I would prefer. I mean, let's put it this way. Some smells of foundations I don't mind, but others, like Wet n Wild foundation, let me just put it this way, I did not even want to review it, even though people have given it glowing reviews and people rave about Wet n Wild foundation, but just the smell of it, I can't go beyond that. So I'm really glad that this one does not have any smell. And today's video is going to be really first impressions, because I kind of want to change it up a little bit on this channel in terms of reviewing foundations. I really do think you need to have decent amount of time before you can pronounce a verdict. I mean, with eyeshadows, it's a little bit simpler because you can really tell whether or not it's a good pigment what's happening with an eyeshadow. But with foundations, it's different. Like I feel sometimes, even if, let's say, initially I gave it a good review and started using it and then discovered that, say, a month later it's clogging my pores, then the review that I have given it is no longer good, and I feel like I have to update my review and update the viewers on what I believe. So I do have a video on foundations that I have done where I kind of do a follow-up. Periodically I'll keep making these videos where I do a follow-up and reporting to you if I'm still using a foundation and if it's like clogging my pores. Or I've heard some foundations can actually cause breakouts on the skin, like as if your skin developed some sort of resistance. That didn't so much happen to me with other foundations, but I have had something with the Laura Mercier foundation. Like it just felt like my skin didn't want to take it anymore. I don't know how to explain it, but I just sort of, at that point, that was around February, I switched over to the Healthy Elixir by CoverGirl, the Vitalist foundation, and I have been in love with that foundation ever since. It really is a great one. So I'm looking at my skin right now, and I have to say it's pretty good. I mean, it's good. I mean, sure, it did not cover every single thing. It did okay. And the fact that it doesn't have a smell, you guys, really, smell is everything for me. If the foundation stinks, I just won't use it. I know myself. It feels heavy. It's a little hard to open, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and you cannot twist this off. And it has that same kind of situation as the cap for Laura Mercier, where, as you can see, it will get smudgy. So like, I like when my makeup bottles and everything looks clean. So the next item right here I have is No Flaws highlighting stick. This is the applicator. This literally, let me just show you something if I can find it. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. It just looks really familiar. Oh, just look at this. Vitalist Healthy Concealer by CoverGirl. Look at this. Isn't that something? I mean, literally, this feels the same. They are different height. I suppose there's, you know, it's just a composite. Let's see what the formula looks like. So I'm not sure. So with this one, you kind of have to click it. It's like a click pen. So I guess I just keep clicking and clicking until the product comes out. I don't know. Nothing is happening. Oh, there we go. So there's a product at the top. And I just keep clicking, and let's put her on and see. I almost think like these types of situation, this is pretty dark. I was hoping to get something lighter with this concealer, but I think this was the lightest one. I'm not too sure. I almost feel like these types of situations, when they have a brush at another end and you have to click the product out, like you could use it to cut your creases, you know what I mean though? So I'm not too sure about this. Like, it's even in the CoverGirl version, it's not my most favorite way to apply foundation, to apply concealer. So I'm just going to grab this Real Technique brush and going to buff this in and see what happens. But it's not too light, and I was kind of expecting a bit more of a lighter coverage, you know what I mean? So okay, so let's see. I mean, it did provide coverage, but too sure about it. It kind of feels like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like on this eye, it's almost like it's too heavy of a product. I've never had this happen before where I could tell that I have veins underneath right here. Huh, interesting. So again, this is going to be first impressions because really one has to wear a concealer plus foundation plus a primer. I really have to be able to tell what's going on before I can actually deliver my verdict. So I did not buy any eyeshadows because, like I said, I don't know anything about this brand and I didn't want to, you know, go ahead and dive into spending my money onto a brand that I have never heard anything about. So I don't have their setting powder. The only other product I have is this highlighter, which was kind of interesting because as I was ready to go pay, this was sitting in Sally's by the cash register. It was not in the main area where they had COL-LAB products. And this highlighter, so I just kind of picked it up as well. It is a cute quad. Let me open it so we can swatch them. Okay, so it's a bit chalky. They do feel pigmented, I mean, but they are, you have to kind of work them. This is nice and pretty. And this one. So there we have it. First, these two colors are the uppers, and the two underneath is that deep gold tone right there. So they are pretty. I'm going to see how they apply with a brush, and I'm also going to put some lipstick because I feel like my lips are so pale. I don't like that. I did not pick up any of their lip products because I just didn't. And the eyeshadows, if you guys want me to review more products by this brand, do let me know in the comments. I will most definitely do that. I will review more. I just wanted to see if, like, you heard about this brand, what you think of it, if you have heard, and if you like their eyeshadows. The reason I have not picked the eyeshadows, I'll explain. With eyeshadows, you can only create that many colors, and of course you can expand and have, but I have so many eyeshadow palettes. In fact, I have eyeshadow palettes that I haven't yet reviewed, that are still sitting in my boxes that I have ordered, and I need to do swatches for those, and I need to review them. So before I buy more eyeshadows, yeah, I need to review the ones that I do have. Let me go ahead and set my face. So I'm gonna go into this gold tone right here and apply her onto my cheekbones and see what I think of that. Okay, I am impressed. I'm impressed because I have reviewed an Anastasia Beverly Hills Breezy highlighter on this channel, and when I applied that highlight, I don't know what it was. It was the same lighting, the same situation with the light, with filming, and I could not tell by like turning my head and looking into the mirror that I had a highlight on. And with this one, I can definitely tell by myself. So I'm not sure if it's the formula, if it's what. So I am impressed. I don't know how it's going to wear throughout the day, but the first impressions are really, really, really good. So again, my eye makeup is not done or anything, but this was truly a first impressions on a couple of these collab pieces. And basically, I am pretty impressed. I mean, I have to say, this is a nice palette. I want to see how this dark gold one performs. And obviously, I haven't done anything specific for the eyelids, but I just want to see what happens. This definitely is grabbing my attention, you guys. I am truly impressed because normally, I mean, I like highlighters, you know, but this is, and the palette does say for face and eyes, so you could use this as a shimmery metallic eyeshadow type of situation, you know, and it would be very pretty. So there we have it. Okay. Yeah, this could be very pretty. Obviously, this is not a complete eye look or anything like that, but this makes me curious to try their eyeshadows. So do let me know in the comments down below if you want me to try the eyeshadows. And with all of that said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And I will see you all in my next video. I love you. Bye!